Hi guys, Songboy13. It's time for our forecast for the week ahead. I have to say though, this week has been extremely disappointing. We were forecast, to be fair, I will admit, I will take a bit of responsibility as well, but we've been forecast for some pretty big thunderstorms, especially focused around central to eastern areas of England a few days ago. Unfortunately, I hate to say this, but the forecasters have got it completely wrong. We didn't get any storms, and much as many of you were very disappointed, only the very southeast of England managed to get some. I think Kent suffered. Other than that, nobody else saw not even a single flash of lightning. So, yeah, extremely disappointing. And I will say, guys, I'm sorry for giving you false hopes, but obviously sometimes you can't always get things right. So, yeah, very frustrating. And this week it's going to follow on with a very disappointing week as well. Summer is on hold. It's going to be fairly cool for the time of the year. Not a huge amount of rain though. At least it's going to be dry. It's just not very warm, not very sunny. Temperatures may briefly increase a little bit midweek, but then there'll be a bit of a wet end to the week with western Atlantic flows bringing some weather fronts across our shores. There's a lot of uncertainty by the end of the week, by the way, so I'll go into the details day by day. So, but yeah, not a hugely optimistic forecast, and even today, it's disappointing. It's just starting to brighten up a bit, but overall, it's a cloudy, drizzly, murky picture across the UK. The main rain has cleared away, so it should be dry, and we will see some dry spells. I think the Scotland and Northern Ireland will see a few showers, mainly dry elsewhere. Temperatures disappointing, just into the mid-teens for many, maybe high teens further west, and only just about reaching 20 in London. Now tonight's weather is a fairly cloudy and quite cool night tonight. We've got a bit of a northerly flow, not much rain, just a few light showers passing through, maybe turning a bit wet in southern England. We've got a bit of a weather front coming through, but it's not going to move northwards too much. Lows of around 10 to 12 degrees Celsius, so definitely not humid. Tomorrow's weather, actually quite similar to today. Lots of clouds. Might be a bit wet in the very southern parts of England, where we could see some couple of hours of rainfall totals, for example in Southampton. Mainly dry elsewhere. Actually, a dry day for Scotland and Northern Ireland with some dry spells. And actually, the best of the weather will be further west. Maybe even Scotland might see the best of the temperatures. We could even reach 20 degrees Celsius in a few western places. Elsewhere, once again, temperatures below average, just about high teens in the eastern part of England, so a pretty cool day. Not much change into Tuesday other than the fact that southern England will have dry conditions. Maybe slightly less cloud in some parts on Tuesday, so a better chance of catching some sunny spells. We're still underneath the cool north or northwesterly flow, and we're also later on Tuesday we're starting to see a weather front just creeping in across Scotland and Northern Ireland. It's not going to move very quickly, it's just going to bring some heavy clouds. Temperatures yet again disappointing, mid to high teens, 15 to 19 degrees for most of you, so yeah, not particularly ideal. Into Wednesday, a slight bit of change. We'll see even more sunshine coming out. I think actually central and southern England will see the best of the sunshine. Further north and west, more cloud and some rain, and after a decent start to the week in Scotland, it will go downhill from there. Temperatures will be struggling only into the mid-teens for Scotland and Northern Ireland. Slightly better temperatures, closer to average by Wednesday across central and southern England with 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Into Thursday, briefly, we're going to start to see some slightly higher pressure and some warmer temperatures trying to come through. So we've got a bit of a gap of the weather system. So a brief ridge of high pressure settling down temporarily. So actually central and southern England, best day of the week again on Thursday. Some high temperatures, 19 to 22 degrees Celsius for London, for example. So temperatures a bit more what we should be seeing for the time of the year. That's not rain, by the way. It's just water coming out of the leaves. But in Scotland, Northern Ireland, it turns much wetter with Atlantic fronts coming in through. Temperatures much lower there, around 14 to 17 for you there. And then eventually by Friday, there's a lot of uncertainty though, so the details may be subject to change. But by the time we get to the end of the week, weather fronts will be swinging southeastwards throughout the day on Friday. It may come in rain, it may just come in bands of showers. There's a lot of uncertainty. Temperatures probably back into the teens by the end of the week. So again, temperatures a bit cool for the end of June, for around 15 to 19 degrees Celsius for most of you. Maybe the low 20s if you're looking in southeast England. But other than that, it's a bit of a messy picture. Might turn a bit breezy as well. So, but there is, like I said, guys, there's so much data that is disagreeing. Some data saying it's going to be dry, others data say it's going to be much wetter. So my advice to you is to stay tuned to the forecast, but possibly the end of the week is likely to be wet, but there's a lot of question about it. And that trend really does continue into next weekend, which is really frustrating, giving forecasters quite a few headaches at the moment. Some data is predicting that into next week, with scenario 1, that the low pressure will be back in charge and will keep the low pressure and temperatures at all, just slightly below average, with plenty of rain or showers at parts and not much sunshine. Scenario 2 is that after a brief blip of the weather on Friday, pressure will rise suddenly, and then we'll get some warmer temperatures and low to mid 20s potentially. So summer could come back in scenario 2 next week with high pressure returning. So at the moment I'm going to be optimistic. We'll go for scenario 2, but even that is not a guarantee. So a lot of uncertainty into next weekend. It's most likely to improve, but even that, be prepared for changes. It may be similar weather to what we may get from this week. So yeah, really hate it when this happens. But anyways, guys, that's the forecast for weekend. So just a quick recap. It's a mainly cool week, not much sunshine. I'm thinking midweek maybe your best bets of seeing some little bit of brief summer weather. The end of the week is likely to be wet, but like I said, there's a bit of uncertainty regarding the details. Anyways, that is it for this week, guys, and I can't remember what I was going to say. More videos coming out for you soon, and also I may be getting my COVID-19 jab this week, so because I'm over 18, so I might give you a little bit of a mini update in a few days' time. So wish me well on that. And other than that, guys, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe. Storms now out.